toe cap on. There's good oil pressure. Getting warm inside. There she goes. Alright. I'm going to shut her off because she doesn't have any water in it. So, I don't know. Did I get any of that? Not sure. There's oil in the cylinder. I got steam coming out of the water neck. She's getting warm. I need to retorque the head. Yeah, she's just warm. Smoked up the shop here. Alright, she's running. I think I need to do some carburetor adjustment here, so I'm going to have to put this down. So I'll bring you back. Alright. You've seen it running there. I made a video. I don't know, I didn't press the button or something to start. But I got the battery hooked up. I put gas in a little can. Topped up the engine oil. I put oil in the rear end because the clutch may turn the gears in the rear end, and I didn't want to run the rear end drive with oil. So I put a little bit of oil, 80-90 gear oil here in the rear end. As it sits right now, I can't get it to idle. It pops right off and runs. It's warm. I got good oil pressure. I don't think there's any problems with it, but I need to get a radiator on it and get some water in it, and I think I need to get the carburetor. There's something wrong in the idle circuit. I've had this carburetor running before I tore it apart, so I'm pretty sure it's all right. It just needs to figure out what the problem is here. Also, I have a spring on that I'm not sure where that goes. There's that little spring back in there. But all in all, I'm surprised it popped right off. Took a little bit of cranking, but I don't think it's getting gas, so another reason for diesel. Let me retorque the head and we can mess with it again. It'll cool off. So let me bring you back. Alright, I thought I'd make a video, and what I'm looking for I can't find, but I took this carburetor apart again, and there's a little brass slot right there in the side of the bore, and I want to stick something in through that and make sure that's open, because it doesn't seem to want to idle. And I don't want to readjust the floats because it dripped gasoline out of it. So we're doing that again. Somebody said in the comments about having an intake leak. I can't find any place here. I can't find any place here that the gasket's blowed out or anything like that, so I'm gonna kind of rule out an intake leak for now, but it sure sounds like that. It's sucking in air and I can't get enough gasoline because it's not sucking it through the carburetor. Anyhow, I showed the last video it was running, so it does run. I'm trying to sort this out. Rebuilt that the other day. That is a cab jack pump for a cab over Freightliner. And I rebuilt that for a friend of mine, so that's ready to go. And I was out looking for parts. I got my radiators out, and I think this is the best radiator I have. It still has the louvers on it. But there's the concern. The bottom of that radiator's been all soldered up. I'm kind of guessing maybe it had water in it or something, froze and broke. Other than that, I don't know. This holds water. Isn't that interesting? I don't know what that little screw's for. It's broke here too. Yeah, that might be able to be repaired. Other than that solder down there, you know, this is a nice looking radiator, and you don't find them with the louvers on the front, which made me look for a hood. Now this was the hood off the original. This was the hood off the latest tractor, and that hole is for the radiator. The radiator cap is in the grill. That's for the temperature gauge. That's for the oil breather. It's for the muffler. And that hole is for the gasoline tank that's not here. And this hood also has that hole. That is for running on tractor fuel. In fact, when I did paint my rims, they look pretty nice, I thought. I spray painted the centers and then brushed the aluminum on. This is the hood off the C. But that's the shutter. That's for the shutters. Radiator shutter. And you don't find that very often. Gasoline or tractor fuel. And I don't have the tank for the tractor fuel. Or the gasoline tank. But this is a good grill shell. But as you can see, it has a cutout down there. That's for the narrow front end. That's the one for the wide. And it's solid at the bottom. So I don't know what I'm going to do there. This is my other radiator. And the core's not in too bad a shape. A couple bent up fins. I don't know. It's, I think, in better shape. Other than that broken off there. It's been soldered up here too. Well, it's got that. Huh. Wonder if that's the ground for the headlights, because the headlights bolt in here. That could be the ground, and that could be for the wire going through the headlights. Never thought about that. D19. I don't know what that means. But anyhow, I'm looking for parts, looking for my radiator, because one of these radiators is going in that tractor. And I suppose it's probably the one that doesn't leak the most. This one's in nice shape. Really nice shape. Anyhow, yeah, I got my wheels painted. And I'm gonna have to roll them in the other shop because I get them all dirty and dusty. This hood's got a bunch of dents in it. Like I said, that hole there is for the gasoline tank to run tractor fuel. So I'm probably going to use this hood because it's really straight. In fact, it's straighter than most of them I've ever seen. So I think we're going to use that hood. And I don't know. It's just a little update. I'm kind of putting some primer on it. Paint, primer. I got the carburetor figured out here. I need to clean that jet out and make sure I don't have any problems here before I go any further. So I need to get in some wire and clean that out. So anyhow, that's more parts. That's where I'm at, and thanks for watching.